Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. And most of them probably innocent.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah. That is true.
And? Did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
Pure.
Well, we don't have slaves in the South.
In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
Is that what you call it? Treated poorly?
Abuse heaped upon those without power isn't limited to Tevinter, my friend. I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
Yeah, but I know a certain elf back from Dragon Age 2 who would contest pretty highly.
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
I find it strange that your mages don't rule anything at all. Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The Magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
What is the Magisterium exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically, the potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing.
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
Huh.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
Is there anything else? Oh yeah, we got a lot.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you?
What?
If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
What the hell is it?
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
Who's him?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
Who the hell are we talking about?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south, they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
So the Imperial Divine is always a man.
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female majesties who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the Sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Who are we talking about? This is driving me nuts.
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from
Wait. Oops.
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole.
Oh, wait.
Back home, ruling the unwashed masses
Whoops.
is serving them.
Oh.
For the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
Sorry about that. I thought we were going back over stuff we had already heard before.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium.
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
Huh. I don't know what an Andrastian is.
I'm not surprised. It's not an opinion you should share.
Oh.
You did ask, if you'll recall. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry, but I believe in you.
In me?
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
Starting to get the feeling that's the theme here, yeah. See, and yeah, it's still just, I don't know.
I'm not sure about that myself.
doubt is good. I like doubt. It will keep you sane. Me? I've seen too much to believe I know everything. The world is bigger than I. Even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe. But I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
Let me ask you something else.
So many questions.
Well?
I'm wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I'd think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't, of course. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice at the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
It would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago. We've been fighting the Qunari for what, 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a heathen. I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
I mean, regardless of all that, I still like Dorian. I mean, yeah, I don't care for the whole slaves thing, even though he might call it servitude. Yeah, and I wish he would not step in the damn shade. So we're trying to talk to him. Hey, Solus, how are you, bud?
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel?
Yep.
Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fae?
Nope.
Dorian was sure, impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see Solus. What are you talking about? Or... maybe I did.
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Yeah.
My friend.
Oh, nothing to say. Okay.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Well, that was easy. Figured he had a lot more to say about the whole situation, but never mind. Alright, Sarah, you got anything to say, girl? Keep getting more songs.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
These mages are here to aid the Inquisition. Don't worry.
Sure, don't worry. Magic up there, magic down here. What's to worry about? I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
She really doesn't like mages. Oh, no, not that. Yeah, I don't really want to ask her about that stuff.
I need you.
Go on.
At least not right now. Alright, Varric, how are you, buddy?
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
Yep.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Huh. To celebrate? Yeah, probably actually plan what's next.
We can't know what's coming. Best not to get too comfortable.
I can't disagree with that. But maybe you should try to relax while you can. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Oh, good. We got an hour, huh?
Need something?
Let's see. Anything else you can... Nah, probably not.
Carry on.
Let's check on with the rest of the gang out here.
Speak and you heard not the word.
I think this woman over here we can actually talk to, so... Let me see.
See reason, listen.
Yep.
Word
cannot
is that
stay
the
here.
mages will be joining us here in Haven. I hope you've chosen your allies wisely, Harold.
I have.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right thing to do. My family are tradesfolk in Denerim. I could have become a cobbler like my father, but this seemed better. It's a chance to uphold the Chantry's laws and help the mages through a troubled time.
Not every Templar feels that way.
I know. Power can corrupt. It's a delicate balance. One person trying to do something can make a difference. You should keep that in mind, Harold.
Huh?
I'd like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief in faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
Okay.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Nice short and sweet convo. Hey, Colin, how you doing, bud?
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Yeah, give him a chance, Colin.
I know you're worried about having the mages here. Give them a chance to prove themselves.
I'm not questioning their ability or their intentions, but we cannot ignore the risks. I will not endanger the alliance they've created. We need their help. Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Okay. Well, later.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Yeah, I got other people to talk to. Sandra? Ooh, another one.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
What is with the chat there? That was weird.
It never ends, evidently.
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Whoa, calm down.
I had to think on my feet, and I did what I could.
That,
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I?
yeah.
I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Yeah, we'll miss it there a little bit. Let's see if we can get it going this time.
You're flattering me.
I'm not.
Hey!
This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
I don't know who I like more right now, Cassandra or Josephine. They're both pretty cool chicks. Anything new, Cassandra?
Greetings.
Can I ask her more about herself?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Ooh, maybe I can ask her about her brother, yeah.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak,
Damn.
Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Alright.
I'll let you get back to work.
One day, maybe. One day.
Exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
Uh-huh.
Foul and corrupt are they.
Graham? Are you?
Nice work at Redcliffe.
Thanks.
I could help the mages learn to work with Inquisition soldiers if you like.
Yeah.
Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
We'll talk later.
Alright, Bull, how are you?
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Yup. Yeah, I gotta admit, I really gotta say that was... I don't like time magic.
I've got no problem with normal magic, but Tevinter goes beyond all reason.
I know, right? The Vints are always pushing. Anyway, I hope you new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it. What can I do for you?
Nope. Okay.
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
Travel safely.
There he is. Blackwall! Hold up.
I've been meaning to thank you.
For what?
There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
Yeah, it was a good cause.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
I've never been more certain of my decision to join you.
Awesome. I'm just hiding the bad.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Cool.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
You already know what I think of your forces. I'm not sure what else there is to say.
Alright, well.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
Okay, well, we kind of helped get relationships better with some of our people that needed it, because I mean, you saw that our whole crew took this one way or another, whether they liked it or didn't like it. So thankfully we were able to mend some fences there. That's nice. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get... Actually, do I have supplies ready?
Really? The debate.
Yeah, there's ships, but I'm not too concerned about the ships right now.
The mages will help us solve it.
But let's check on this, and I think we're gonna get the story going because I just want to make sure I wasn't missing any kind of side. Yes, for the love of God! How many times am I gonna repeat that same line? Magic is serve man, not rule him. Serve man, not rule him. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Eesh. Alright, so for Relden, I think. yeah, here we go.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
Okay, so I have secure promises from several noble families. They have agreed to provide personal guards and other resources to the cause. We have played our part in closing the rifts. The nobles will now see to the safety of those living on their lands. Good. Do we have anything new? Alright, nope. Alright, well, in that case... Oof, hold on. Let's save real quick. I just want to be insanely sure I'm making the right choice here. At the right time. Because with these games, it can be a big deal at when and where you do certain things. Alright, no. I should have done that before I jumped in, of course, but whatever. Only took a few seconds anyway. Oof. I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. Oh, yeah, and I should mention I took care of some side quests out in the hinterlands too. Some real minor side quests of really no consequence. Also took care of puzzles elsewhere, but I think besides that, let's go ahead.
No, nothing.
Let's see. So, in your heart shall burn. Join forces with your new allies to assault the heart of the breach and close it once and for all. Recommended levels 8 to 11. And we're level 10, so we're like right where we should be. Let's do it.
The best of the mages are ready, Herald.
Bitch.
Certain you are prepared for the assault on the breach. We cannot know how you will be affected.
Let's do it. I'm wanting to do it, man. Because I don't want to be over-leveled again like I was. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was a challenge in the whole thing, but... Alright, so... Who do we want? I want Blackwall. I want a mage. Vivian or Solus? I think I want Solus. Yeah. Ooh, extra glowy.
Mages! Focus past the Herald. Let his will draw from you.
We're already at the breach and already doing this? Really? Get out of here. Do it, mages! Give me the power! This music's pretty good. Oh. Oof, what just happened there? Did it work? Look at the sky. Someone look at the sky. How am I? Give the thumbs up.
You did it.
What? Already? Seriously? Okay. Opposition in all things. That was weirdly easy. Okay. I thought we were gonna have to kind of fight our way to the breach, but okay. Guess not. All right. Although obviously the game can't be over now. This was just far too little and all that, so something's about to hit us. Maybe like Sola said, this Elder one that's been mentioned more frequently might pop up. Even more so since, yeah. Oh, we got some music. Sweet. Yay! Everyone's dancing, having a good time. That guy's getting drunk.